Good morning. It's time for daily game design. Ready to rock. We have a game design meetup today from 2 to 6. I think we have a few people coming out. I think it's going to be a small group, but any in-person playtesting is exciting to me because it's so rare. It still feels fairly difficult to get people to come out. I think some of it is a design goals issue. Like for me, I'm interested in publishing, right? I'm interested in pitching games to publishers. But that's not everybody's goal, and I think that translates into, different priorities. We also may not have some of the people, let's say, for example, the people interested in RPGs, there may just not be as much sense of progress for them. Anyway, I have some fun things to experiment with today. Yikes, I'm watching the Bills game. It's easy for me to forget that it's December here, and what that means is not much change, maybe a little more rain. Whereas it's December in Buffalo, and they're dealing with heavy snow right now. The Bills are getting pushed around a little bit. They're still in it, but their defense is not seeming to hold up against the Bengals. Anyway, okay, so some exciting things to experiment with regard to. You know what? I just saw that. Oh no, it's just in I was gonna say I saw that you can split tabs, but you can split tabs in Chrome. You cannot split tabs in the in the browser I'm using, which is Vivaldi. Vivaldi still takes up a lot of resources, but it's not as much as Chrome, so I think it stresses my laptop out a little bit less. Okay, well, some significant changes here that I need to test thoroughly. I'll go from top to bottom. So not much change here. There was one thing that one of the guys at BGGCon pointed out, and I think it's a legitimate criticism, and that is that as far as the user experience, it doesn't make a lot of sense to go through the process of resetting for the next round in this way. It just turns out that it's these steps kind of need to happen. At least two of the steps need to happen in this order, and it might feel unintuitive that they have to move, that you do something on the right and then you do something on the left. What he was saying is he wanted to do things from left to right. And fair enough, like in order from left to right. And that makes sense to me. It's just the nature of loading the evaporator. It's the nature of loading the evaporator and then transferring the stuff from the evaporator to the garage before reloading the evaporator. That's the problem. You need to evacuate the evaporator and then... Oh, hey, Seth. Yeah, you need to empty the evaporator in order to be able to refill it. It's just that unfortunately happens in an unintuitive direction, I guess was his point. Anyway, so no changes here. No changes here except that I'm considering taking out this fourth meeple. It might just be too strong. So... Or it might just be that there are other more comparable grant abilities, because this is such a big deal that there may be no other grant ability that compares, so that there's no real choice. It's just obviously take this upgrade if you can. So Oh, weird. So I may just get rid of this. The only thing is I don't have to get rid of it because it just doesn't have to show up. It's just going to stay tucked underneath the garage, so it's not a huge deal. Okay, here is the most significant change. Oh, both of these. I'll show them together. So let's look at the town hall first, which is right here. So the town hall has two sides, and I think the two sides have been working fine. On the right side, you spend a worker to gain the first player token, and if you have, depending on how many trophies you have, you also gain a bonus. So it's not an empty turn. You still go and you get a little something, and you get the very important first player token, first player marker. So that's I feel good about that. It was a change, a tweak from BGG Con that I should make it 0 to 2 rather than 1 to 2. Because at first it was just go here, get the first player token, and scry one, or look at one card. Look at one card on the top of the mayor deck. The issue with that is, number one, that's not really that useful, it turns out. Or it just seems like that didn't seem to be attractive to players for some reason. Like I think it's, unfortunately, I don't know if I want to call it high level. It's a little bit like that because you really have to understand. You want to understand the base layer of the game, which is just activating town locations. You need to understand that pretty well before you can understand how the mayor cards work. And the mayor cards are irrelevant for the first third of the game because they don't come out until all of town is populated. So to have this ability scribe on the opening, like in the opening phase of the game, is than anything, and also it's just not an ability that players were like excited about. So instead, I just took that off. I made it so that there's always a reward for going there. You get a little money, or you get a cube. And I'll come back to the cube idea in a second. Or you get a worker. What I did not do is, I guess it could be, I don't know, there might be people who would rather choose one depending on the tier. So choose the one associated with the current number of trophies or fewer trophies. There might be somebody that wants that, and that could be a legitimate interest. Can explore that. But as of right now, it is, if you have this number, then you get this thing. That seems fine to me. Not worried about it. Here's another big change. So what I hadn't done, since I really shifted the cubes over here to the town hall from the grant office in order to make more space on the grant office, and I realized town hall, the card, has a lot of white space. So I think there was another reason too, which I can't really remember, but what that did was create more design space, because originally the cubes were on the grant office for grants. That was their purpose. Since moving them to the town hall, they still only had that ability, like you could only spend them for grants. But sometimes the grants weren't accessible early enough to be like really exciting, and so you just had cubes just sitting on that card. Well, I guess I've done a lot of work to try to make grants more accessible and relevant, but at the same time, this move to shift the cubes over to the town hall opened up more design space for being able to spend the cubes off of the town hall for something other than a grant. So the grants are still important, they're still powerful, but now you have the problem of deciding whether to use all the cubes that have accumulated for grants or for other purposes. So I brainstormed some other purposes. Here is one. If you spend 4 cubes, if you can activate this side of town hall, and when you do so, you may spend 4 cubes from the town hall to earn a trophy. So there was no possibility of this before. This is just a new idea to try out. And so what I love here is the problem of like spending your cubes for a trophy, which is like an end game thing. Well, it also improves your town hall reward. Or spending them incrementally for other things. So here is the new menu that you have available. This is similar to what you see for Syrup Inc., which is to go spend, you would spend a meeple at Syrup Inc., spend some money, and then gain one of these same things, actually. Let me go double check. It is the same, yeah, these are the same things. So I mean, it's a similar kind of menu and the same items, except yeah, these are much since there's no cost in money, they yeah, they're gonna come more easily, partly because this is now a free action, so you don't have to this is what I'm experimenting with. You don't have to spend a worker in order to gain this stuff. This was a kind of complaint from the from BGGCon and other playtesting moments, and that is that like the game kind of felt too tight, and people were like looking for stuff from more places. They felt yeah, it felt too restrictive, I guess, especially when it comes to cubes. And I actually want that, in a way, I wanted to preserve that feeling, because you really need to be managing your Sugar Shack well. That is the name of the game. So if you're not paying attention to your Sugar Shack, you're gonna feel, and if you're not investing in filling the Sugar Shack by either using money or workers, then you may feel like, sorry, like, like I'm running out of actions, not because I don't have the workers, but because I don't have the cubes. So that's an important thing, and maybe by repeat plays, maybe that would become clear to players. At the same time, the first plays were not satisfying enough for them. So yeah, so that's why I think it might actually be nice to experiment with loosening up the economy a little bit, allowing for more comboing. It's going to extend the game, because now all of a sudden you have another thing to analyze. You have these cubes that you can spend off of the town hall to get you that 1 cube you need in order to make the barrel that'll get you this thing. And so because that extra flexibility, it's also going to create a little more analysis paralysis potential. However, again, loosening up the economy seems really important right now, because players feel like, well, I don't really know where to go once these action spaces are taken, or certain action spaces are taken. Anyway, this will, like, if you spend 3 off of there and you get another guy, like, that might be really, really worth it in a certain, and it's like an active guy. It's like a guy who's available right now. Seth, are you able to join the design meeting today? Well, anyway, I'm going to print these out. I'm really excited to try this. Here's the other thing. Oh, good. Here's the other thing. It's a big question about whether or not actually, wait a minute. See, I don't know if I want to. I was thinking to try to play test some things for YYG, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Or was one of those things you're going to try to test the name change? What was it? Kingdom in something? Kingdom in Chaos or something like that? Okay, but here's the Kingdom in Crisis. Yes. Here's the thing though with I feel like there's something interesting here. Maybe it's annoying, but it's also interesting to me. It could be that it's just that I'm familiar with the game, so that's why it's worth testing. But I kind of like the conditional trophies. So here's a conditional trophy. If you have more than 30 money, you have a trophy. If you drop down below 30 money, you lose that trophy. And right now, the way that this town hall trophy looks or works is that you spend 4, you gain a trophy. But what if it is if you have 4, you have a trophy? I think it'd be really annoying to reevaluate, but I actually really like that problem. I also don't know if I love the idea of um hmm. Yeah, I don't love the idea of being able to earn multiple trophies off this. I think that just means spamming the markets and the warehouse. So I don't love that. I think I'm gonna take this out. I think I'm gonna not remove the whole thing, but I'm gonna take out the spending. So this becomes the not the logic, but the the syntax is if you have uh, having 4 in your town hall equals a trophy. So this is now a conditional trophy. Maybe what I should do. Actually, I think I should do this. I think I should actually mark that these are conditional. And the way I think I'm going to do that is by changing the color here. Yes. So these, yes, I think being visually different in this case is really, really important. Did I just pick different reds? I did. I also kind of think that this warehouse, because these cubes go to the town hall, I almost feel like it's too much. Like this might be too strong. However, if these don't go, there are only 2 ways to get cubes into the town hall, and that's not awesome. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Um, hmm. I still like these gift shop. Ah, okay. So this changes. These are now 3 money. Yeah. I'm also wondering if it's better to. I'm also wondering if it's better to give people more cubes. I think I'm gonna do it because these are I know this is annoying to players, but I really like these being conditional too. It was interesting. The feedback was that they really wanted to. By the way, Seth, thanks for telling me about being able to ban things because I didn't know that there was a whole little menu dedicated to it that I had to toggle. So now I just leave that menu, or I leave those options up next to everybody's name and just nail them. Banned. Yikes. The bills are getting pushed around. Have you had people jumping in, Seth? People curious and wanting to like have you try and make different projects and stuff? You know what? I thought I here and there, yeah. I thought I had notifications enabled and maybe I don't. I see one notification for when I go live, but I don't see notifications for when anybody else goes live. And I'm not sure why. Because I know I follow you. Okay, so should I loosen up on cubes? Is that going to make things crazy? The thing about these workers, I had one guy who was a JS library creator jump in and help with cryptography issue and write up a really good solution to the problem. That's crazy. That's actually really cool. See, that's what's so insane about these like community things, like just connecting to people. It's really incredible the kind of talent that's out there and that's just kind of around people that are willing to just jump in and help. Yeah, that's insane. Okay, so this is a decision point. It's important because again, it's a question of extending the game, like making turns longer. Because if this is an option, if it's an option to get more cube. Yeah, weird. It might be that I'm just trying to do too many things, but yikes, Josh Allen. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna still maintain that difficulty to get more cubes when you want cubes. Um, that's just to incentivize people to upgrade. It's a passive incentive. I mean, because there are still other ways to get them, I guess. Like you can get them from Serp Inc, and now you can get them from your this menu about spending cubes. I'm excited to see if players react well to this, if they like it. Okay, were there any other changes? I'm gonna leave it. You know what I did? Oh. Okay, I think I'm gonna remove this. So I was testing. I was testing the idea of spending cubes to... Oh yeah, this is redundant now because of the menu. That's what it is. Oh no. No, it's not. Oh, there it is. Okay. Actually, maybe I'll leave it now. I know this is going to be, it increases the learning curve a fair amount to add this detail, but now that I'm making a big deal out of the cubes being in the town hall, I think this matters a lot. So the way to get more money, no, it's meaningfully the same. I think what I'll do here is just add another. I think I'm just going to add another possibility here. Shoot. I don't know, because what I was thinking is, see, what I did was attach this requirement or this condition, this option. Oh, the bills are in it. I put this option on Farland Market, and what it says is you can spend a cube to add 2 money. Like, it's basically, instead of sending your cube to the town hall, you can discard it for an extra 2 money. So I feel like maybe that it's like, instead, because like what I could do is put it on the menu, right? But again, what I think that does is it forces players, whenever they're interested in money, to think through all these options. Is that true? No. I'm just going to change it. Okay, I'm going to add this to the menu. I'm going to take it off the market. That way there's nothing extra to teach. I'm just going to place it up here. Because I also had it, where are you? I had it on the... Yeah, I took it off closer B market already. So maybe I'd already decided that and just left it off. No, maybe I took it off and then just forgot to take it off from closer Farland Market. I went to a really good Christmas concert last night, actually. I wonder if any of you guys, if you've got any holiday plans. I was told about a boat parade in Hawaii Kai next Saturday night. That sounds like it'd be really cool. So where all the rich people live, and they've got all their little boats, and then they just light them up with holiday cheer, and you just probably go hang out like on the bridges and stuff and just see them go by. I think that would be really cool. Okay, I think the quickest way to do that is just probably. I also honestly have a fair amount to do for my class today, so I am going to end the stream at the usual time, about 30 minutes. Okay, I feel pretty good about this. Okay, so there is a way to get some money if you need it. All right, another important change I think I'm getting to here in just a second. What did I get all the conditional trophies? That's a question. Because the conditional ones were money, the gift shop, and now the town hall. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I don't like somebody being able to farm trophies necessarily. That's the thing. Like just kind of spam something, keep getting them. We'll see if that happens with community projects. Okay, here's another significant change. Now I tried to even out the upgrades for the grant office. So what it was before, like they were insane. It was add a fourth worker, so you could do that, or you could ignore worker placement. Add a fourth worker to your staff, like a permanent upgrade to your number of staff, or ignore the worker placement rules. I was kind of inspired by what is the name of it? Oh, the Voyages of Marco Polo. Because what happens in that game is you start with this super broken ability. They're very, very cool abilities, and I cannot believe that they actually work. Like, they just let you break rules in insane ways. And I think it's very cool. I love that that's an idea. And so that's kind of what I was hoping for. It'd be something like that. These grants would be game breaking, and they're not necessarily. Now they are just upgrades. They're just better versions of things, except for this one. Still, what this one says is, as a one-time effect, add 5 guys to your waiting room. Okay, so what they say now is, here is a this is funny because I had to figure out how to show, like, it was actually tricky. Like, I feel like this is still maybe confusing, but when you pay for a community project, you need to pay 2 fewer money. Or 2 less money. And so it was kind of funny doing the math here, like subtracting a negative, like remembering that that's what I need to do, that's how I need to show it. So then I do give an example in case there's any confusion. Okay, so That I'm a little nervous about because I think community projects are a really important. Well, now that there are more trophies available, they might not be as in demand, but they're a good way of getting trophies. And so now to make it easier, I almost feel like I might need to raise the number of trophies that you need to win. Maybe I'll do that right now. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. Make it 7. And this is to win immediately. This is like... yeah, because normally... normally you just compare trophies at the end of the game. But now... I still like the idea that if there's a runaway, if there's somebody who's just like smashing it, getting trophies, you just finish the game, reset, and go again, maybe. And that number was 6, but I think with so many trophies available now, I think 6 is maybe too achievable. I don't know. This is something for playtesting. I think I might need to shrink these just a little bit more. I'm going to add another one, just in case. Good enough? Okay. Yeah, this was a big help creating this this separate card, because at first I was squeezing everything onto the garage card. I had a lot of it was all the garage information plus the money tracker, and so you had to use like tiny cubes to track money, and that was not cool. Okay. So hopefully this feels good. Hopefully plentiful trophies and like you're able to get them from a bunch of different places. Hopefully that feels good. I think maybe the last thing to revisit here before I start looking to print these out is the why do I have 2? Oh, it's because I'm changing one. So the mayor cards. I still feel like the mayor cards are pretty nuts. Like maybe they need to change at least 1 or 2 of them. Okay, so community projects still important here. And these are the way... I almost think I need to raise... Oh my goodness. Come on, Josh Allen. He almost confused the defense, and then they caught up to him. Oh, you know what else too, though? So these grants are still powerful, but they're not. They're probably not 3 meeples powerful. I'm doing it. Executive decision making there. Yeah, because they're not game breaking anymore. Oh, maybe I should take the 5th one off. This is all just intuition too, because 5 guys. I don't know. It would still have to be pretty situational. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that. I think this is. I think I feel a lot better about. I'm just gonna delete it. No need to keep it for the memes. Okay. I'm tempted to increase the intervals here. Now that this works completely differently than it did before. Yikes. I feel a little less pressure to fix this, to make this really expensive, because there are more ways to get. There are just more ways to get trophies, so this is just one of the many. Oh, weird. It looks like the Bills got a touchdown and then it got called back, maybe? Oh, he just didn't make it. So they're right there. Okay, that all of these, they're worth trophies. It takes 4 cubes. What? I don't know why they got caught. What in the world? I don't know. It's Bills, Bengals, Buffalo, Cincinnati. Yeah, I think this is. I feel good about these changes. I think I'm going to figure out how to print them. Because now these are all on tarot size cards. And I have tarot sleeves now. One issue though is that I don't actually have tarot cards except for what I have printed on cardstock for the current iteration of Sugar Shack. So I can do that. It's totally fine. I mean, I can just print them, cut them out. So I was in the shower this morning when I was thinking or realizing that, I don't know why this was a shower thought, but I realized that Dexterous has this limit on 2 projects for if you have the free version, it's just 2 projects. But then within each project, you can have multiple layouts. So you can effectively, and you can export those multiple layouts separately. So you can effectively have, as it looks like, I don't know, let me see actually. So I'll go into Sugar Shack. I'm going to add, like, create a new component. There must be a limit on components, right? Maybe that's what I need to look for. I'm going to look in the premium pricing, see if it lists. Yeah, see, for free you get unlimited components. And each component, at least for me, each component can be a separate game. I mean, for the most part, especially because I'm only really using this for cards. I'm only using Dexterous for cards. I guess I could use it for something else, but for now it's only cards. Okay, now all I need to do is I can upload the new images, but I don't really want, I think I can select individual images to export. I mean, inside Dexterous. Dexterous really is pretty good. I mean, what is this about? So I still don't need that. I just need to rotate everything. Oh, I see. I didn't build them in alphabetical order, but they get listed in alphabetical order. This way. Yeah, so they're all there. So community projects. Okay. This doesn't matter if I upload these because yeah, images. Sugar Shack W. That's right. I need to rotate all of these, I believe. And I'll rotate them right. Okay. Now, upload. Yes for all images. Yeah, I hope it lets me choose which components, and then lays them out on like in a print layout. Nice job. My connection definitely seems struggling a little bit today. Uh-oh. Stick with me here. Stick with me. I think this is another reason why it's good to stream in the morning, because I think my hotspot is stronger, or maybe it's just like less traffic. I think that's something. I'm not too sure. Whoa. That was crazy. Let me see if that updated everything. It looks like it because these are red. Okay, projects. Now, if the names were all correct, then everything up here should be updated. And it is. Yeah, I don't have Wi-Fi. This whole time I've been streaming off my phone. And they have not, as far as I know, they haven't like limited my speed or whatever that is. Like put a, what is that called? Kind of like a governor. Okay, so I still need to, yeah, let's see what, let's see if I can actually choose which cards get exported. I doubt I'll be able to. I can. No, this is components, so it's all I don't know. Still making sauce. Actually, I think it's been, welcome by the way. I think it's been 3, almost 4 years since I made sauce. I pretty much went all board games all the time. Throttle. Yes, that's what I was looking for. All board games all the time. Actually, there was a time when I was kind of doing both. I was doing design just like for fun. I was still going to the markets once a week. But I think my last batch was probably 2022 maybe. And yeah, then I just went all in on gaming community. Started hosting Monday nights. Started the retreats. So yeah, I have pretty much all my energy going into gaming community and game design stuff. I miss the sauce. People have brought it up. What in the world? For some reason, the Bengals got the ball back and there's no touchdown. I don't understand what's happening. Actually, you're... Let me see.
Millennial pause. Hello there.
What do you have on your channel? The yeah, my connection is really suffering right now, so sorry if that is a bother. I wonder if there's a way. You know what I could probably do? I just choose which. Like, this sheet would not get printed. There's no need to print that. This sheet, no need. No need. So I could do this if I had to. Just like pick one by one if there's a sheet that needs printing. Like, what's going on there with the warehouse? That's not right. I was just looking at yours. I don't know. I can't remember how we know each other, to be honest. And I just scanned. I just had a look at your channel. Okay, so I don't actually need to print that many sheets. So that's the good news. So I can export all of them. Also, I just don't understand why these are getting cut off. What do I need to do here? Is it the margin that's the problem? The weird thing is you're always in relatively good definition. I wonder, is turning down the quality, if turning down the quality would help. Maybe. I'm also stressing the system a little bit by streaming the game, by streaming streaming, and having a bunch of tabs open. I wonder if it's a connection stability issue, not a bandwidth issue. Yeah, that's what I'm not sure about. I feel like I have fewer issues when it's earlier in the morning. So that's what makes me think it's more. Yeah, I really don't know. But it's not all cards, right? It's just specific cards. Margin? Did that do anything? Yeah, I don't understand why these are hanging off. Did that do anything? No. That did something. Okay, removing the bleed fixed the sizing issue. I guess you know what I think it is. I think the margin maybe is an issue. Look at how much. Whoa. Huh. This is easier for cutting things out, but I cannot imagine my printer can reach the edge like that. Maybe it can. I should try one. I'm gonna try one. Oh, wait. The other thing is, why not just arrange the images in a Word document or something? Or on Canva. Because I think it would probably drop things into the right size in Canva. Like, drop things in at the right size. Let me see what it does here in Word. It knows the size here, too. I mean, that definitely looks similar. And I can probably add an outline here. Let me try Canva. Wait, so JPTV, how do we know each other? Can you remind me? I guess with Canva I would need to... Well, I'm in Word actually. Let me see what this is like. So it's funny. I feel like I keep going back and forth between ideas because I'm just gonna export as a PDF first. The thing is, I'd rather choose yeah, like look, it actually automatically shrinks the cards. So that's not right. How can I see more options? Margins none, there it is. Yeah. I'll try. So Sugar Shack 12.7. What's good about this too is like it did automatically put some stuff together that I don't have to print out. Like this is the only card from this whole sheet that I need. But I also just wrote on the one from the con. So maybe I don't need that. These I don't need. This is the only card from here I need. So that's unfortunate. Nothing there. Where's the grant office? So I need these 2 cards. Oh, wait. Of course I could just arrange these. Yeah, let me just go back. Why did I just think of that now? The only issue will be having to arrange the backs as well. I can't imagine that they would take care of themselves. So what needs to be moved? Yeah, like I click on this, it doesn't, oh, it says 7, so I could just move. Okay, so 10 needs to move. It doesn't like that. It doesn't like me dragging them around, which makes sense to me. Oh, I wish this was just super easy all the time. If I just paste it in here. So I switched. It was the gift shop, right? Okay. So now I need to go over here and switch. Ten. Oops. Yeah, is this worth it? Maybe. Although I don't think I changed any card backs at all. Oh, interesting. Oh, so this went back to the... No, it didn't. Okay, now it did. Huh. I was hoping I'd be able just to move these around. Oh, man. Yikes. Bengals just got another touchdown. The Bills are struggling a little bit here. Man, there's still time, but it's not going to be easy at all. I don't know why they lost that touchdown with James Cook, or why. Maybe it was 4th down. Maybe that's why, a little turnover, because he didn't make it in. I don't know. Oh, wait, that worked. So I can drag and drop. There's 10. Wait a minute. Oh, good. It is smart enough to know to move both of them. Oh, that's good news. Okay. So this is actually going to work out. Okay, what else? This needs to move. This is definitely importantly different. These can move. Oh, is it really the case that I only updated these 5 cards? That seems pretty nuts. Because I changed the conditional thing here, updated the grants, made this conditional, added the icons, and then made these conditional and added the new menu. Maybe that is it. That'd be awesome. Just double check here. Yeah, everything else is the same. Okay, now I can export, and it's all on one page. So that was very helpful. I'm going to try exporting. It's just this PDF with no margins. And then save it and try to overwrite. Close this guy. Oh, caught it. Nice. Replace, replace. Okay, now I'll print this. Do I need to print the backs? No. I think because I can just preserve the backs on the cards themselves. So I am going to sleeve these, but it doesn't matter a lot. Okay, I'm going to try just page 1. Wow. Okay. Josh Allen ran it in himself, which I think is another passing, another game where he has run for a touchdown and passed for a touchdown. What's going on? I should be printing. And maybe it's thinking about it. Okay, well that's it for me. I'm just going to nice. There it goes. Yep, I'm gonna print these out, cut these out, and make sure that I have these updates for our in-person playtest today. I'm hoping that my printer actually can pretty much get to those edges. But yeah, thanks for joining. Have a great day. Seth, I'll see you soon. Otherwise, bye-bye for now.